So let's get started. Good morning, everybody. I'm so used to saying good evening. We're glad you came today. This is exciting. Some people have seen the other classes. It's pretty much an introduction like it was last time to Optavia. But this time, this is a really good time to learn about this stuff. There's so many people that are getting their New Year's resolutions already. Some people say, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I still do. I guess I'm an eternal optimist, and I always make this big, long list. Well, this time, on the top of my list is to lose weight. Angie, can you read this for me, please?
Sure. The following webinar contains the personal testimonials of some coaches of Optavia. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program.
Okay, thank you. We do that to be compliant with the company. You know us, so you know that this actually happened. But we just want to make sure that the company doesn't get upset at us. Okay, so we're going to start with Robin. Robin is the lady who got me into this mess. She is the sweetest person you'd ever want to meet in the world. And her story is quite inspiring. And why we're all here, actually. So, Robin, you want to tell your thing?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mary. Well, you know, I am so grateful to be here, and I'm glad that everyone could be on, and that, you know, you attract like-minded people is what I found. I'm super grateful for Optavia and how it's blessed my life, but it's really enriched me with, like, you know, really good friends, and so I love that. But I would love to share my story. Okay, so the girl on the left is like, it's, you know, it was dark. That was a dark time in my life. The picture's even dark. And I had already lost 20 pounds on my own. And it was a negative experience. I was almost punishing myself trying to get healthy that way. And that picture was taken at a gym for a challenge. That's the only picture I have that size, because I destroyed everything else. I wouldn't get family pictures with my kids and my spouse. It was a really hard time. And my husband, he actually gave me Optavia as a gift because I was so down and depressed, and he basically wanted to help me and didn't know how. And so he thought, if she has a coach and support, that will help. And he's absolutely right. With Optavia, you have a coach, and I got the opportunity to borrow my coach's faith in me, and she gave me a little hope, and that's all I needed. I needed a plan and someone to be a buddy. And the girl on the right is down 60 pounds. It wasn't that simple. I thought that the program, I didn't think it would work. I wasn't against the program. I just didn't think I worked. I was in a really dark spot. And so, after my first month and great success, I thought, well, I guess let's just see if this is going to work. So I thought, my goal is I'll just drop 20 pounds. I knew I had a lot more to lose, but I didn't want to set a goal so big. What if I failed? I looked at failure as a bad thing. And now I realize differently that it's a great thing. That's how we succeed. We fail along the way. And so I dropped the 20 pounds, and then I decided, wow, let's keep going. So I dropped 20 pounds 3 different times. My brain could not wrap around the number 60. It could only wrap around the number 20. So I worked with that, and I utilized that. And honestly, the girl on the right side is happy. She's vibrant. That's me now. And I'm the size I was in high school. And it's interesting what our bodies can do when we get our mind out of the way. Our bodies follow our mind. And so when I let go of the self-doubt and thought, what if things work out? What if I could be happy? You know, with a mindset, with my like physically, emotionally happy and healthy, what would that look like? I began to dream again and set goals. And it's just a beautiful thing because I like look at this picture and I don't even know the girl on the left. She's gone. And you know what's cooler is my kids don't even know the girl on the left. My husband does, but my kids only know the girl on the right. And I show up as a happier, healthier mom, a more fulfilled wife, and just a happier person. So, Mary, I can't say enough great things, but definitely the program has helped me with depression. It's helped me with anxiety, like improved those things that I was suffering. It's helped me with inflammation in my body. It's helped to just really balance my hormones. I have Hashimoto's and low thyroid disease, and it's really helped me with that. But more of all, it's just given me confidence to live and just to choose joy in my life. So I love it.
Okay, thank you. And about saying about your numbers improve, the next person, oops. Oh, come on. There you go. Is Angie, because Amy's not here, right?
Right.
Okay. So this is Angie and her story. This is the before and after. And she's lost more than that since then, but this is after the first 2 months. So you can tell there's no snow. So Angie, will you tell us your story?
Sure. So my journey with Optavia started October 1st of this year. So it's been almost about 3 months. I have been overweight since I can remember, but I think I was about 8 years old when I started putting extra weight on. And so this has kind of been like a lifelong battle and journey for me. The pictures on the left, the before pictures, are not me at my heaviest, but they are me at my saddest and my most scared, because I had been to the doctor earlier this year and he told me, you know, that I was going to have to go back on insulin for my diabetes, he put me on cholesterol medication. He put me on blood pressure medication, and was just like, you know, you're heading in the direction, you know, that you don't want to be headed. So you've got to do something now. And so Mary had offered this opportunity to join Optavia with her at that time, and it was perfect timing. And I will also let you know that I just got some blood work results from my doctor. And in the 3 months that I've been on Optavia, my triglycerides, which is the bad cholesterol number, the fatty cholesterol, I guess, went from 116 to 57. So it more than cut, or not 57, sorry, 53. So it more than cut in half. And that has been even more rewarding and a bigger blessing than the 30 pounds that I've lost since I started the program. I know it says I'm down 25 pounds, but now I'm almost at 3 months now, and I'm down 30 pounds today. So the doctor was shocked, and I was shocked too, and I was able to get off of a couple of medications in just 3 months. And so I'm feeling so much better. I feel like my confidence has grown, that I have control over food. I'm not obsessed with it anymore. I just use it kind of for fuel, and I have a better relationship with food now. And it has also, I feel like this program has helped me improve relationships, just because that confidence is back. Another thing that I've noticed is that I have a lot less joint pain. I used to just ache and just have joint pain all over my body, tons of inflammation and joint pain. And that's very, very minimal now. And I'm quite sure that it will just continue to improve. And so also, I just want to mention, Optavia offers an opportunity to be a coach. And so when I joined Optavia in October, I decided to be a coach to follow in Mary and Robin's footsteps and be a coach. And that is something that I think is a huge blessing. Not something I thought I would ever do, but something that has been a huge blessing for me. It's helped me to just be more outgoing. It's helped me to just be brave and feel really good about myself. I go to bed at night feeling happy and content with my life again. And I know that sounds strange that a program that's focusing on food would do something like that, but it truly has. Just being able to help others and just link arms with like-minded people and go on this journey together has been so amazing, and just really it's turned my life around in just 3 short months. So
Okay, great. Do you mind me asking a question?
sure.
That scares you, doesn't it?
A little. No.
Okay, you said you had lost weight before. I'm doing this for a very specific reason. Do you mind telling people how you lost your weight, the most weight before?
Sure. So I had gastric bypass weight loss surgery in 2010, and I got down to a pretty normal weight. I was still overweight because I had over 200 pounds to lose, but I did lose 200 pounds. That was a quick fix. You know, it helped me, but it was starving me. It was also killing me. Like, I was in the hospital several times. My vitamins, I had no vitamins. I wasn't absorbing nutrients. I felt sick and tired all of the time. So although the weight loss was nice, those were some of the most awful years of my life, honestly, when I look back on it, just because I felt horrible. I luckily only had one baby at the time, and so I was able to take care of her, but I feel like I missed out on so much of her young childhood just because I felt horrible all of the time. And so, and the weight came back anyways, not all of it, but a lot of it. And, you know, so there's no quick, easy fix. So, but this program is, I feel like because of what the program offers for your mind and to help you change your mindset, that's why this is working for me. I'm changing my brain. I'm fixing my brain this time and my mind, and, you know, not just losing weight.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the program itself, but I want to talk about coaching, because coaching is where it's at for so many different reasons. One thing, you're 5 times more likely to achieve your goal if you're a coach. That's 500% more likely to than if you're not a coach. A lot of times we'll do it for other people, what we won't do for ourselves. That's one reason. Another thing, most people that get an Optavia are not hypocrites, so you can't tell someone, well, don't do this if you're doing it. And it's a real high in helping other people. It is just amazing in helping other people. So satisfying. And it keeps you on track. If you help 5 people, it'll end up paying for your program. And it's even better now. Robin, do you mind telling us a little bit about the specials that you're having about being a coach?
Yes, I would love to. So it's never been a better time to coach for a few reasons. And well, number one, a lot of people are goal setting. You know, they've got their New Year's resolutions and they want a fresh start. 2020 has been a rough year for several people, including myself. And so there's something about a new year and a fresh start on the horizon to set goals. And so right now people are ready. So it's a great time to coach. You could partner up with others. That's even if you wanted to, you know, do your work on your health at the same time, just like Angie is. But here's the deal. Because it's such a great time, I love that Optavia is offering all new coaches. It's called the client acquisition bonus. So when you acquire the 5 clients, like Mary said, you earn, and that you have a 30-day window to do this, you earn a $200 bonus, which is fantastic because the coaching kit itself costs $199. So you earn your money back from your coaching kit if you join now. And also you will have the income that you've earned, you know, from helping and supporting, partnering up with those people. So it not only helps you financially, it makes sense because it pays for the whole coaching kit. And then on top of that, they just released some other incentives, and that is also some bonuses when you help others. So if you partner up with 5 new clients, and these can be brand new or someone that's done this, done it in the past, like for me that's coached for 5 years, I can still utilize these bonuses too. So they help, they're thinking of new coaches and seasoned coaches. But they have, if you help anywhere from 5 to 25, new clients, you can earn bonuses from $250 to almost $4,000. So it's kind of unreal. They just want to give back. I love the integrity of the company. So there's great incentives. And I tell you what, I am not money driven. I'm more, just helping others driven. That's what makes me happy. And so that's another great reason to get, help, to coach now, because you've got those that it incentivizes me to help others. And so partnering up with coaches is so fun. We get to help you, and we work as a team. All of us coaches will help each other. And so anyways, it's a great time, but I will tell you this, financially, even though money doesn't drive me, it does make a difference. I need it in my life, and it has flipped my finances, Mary. I basically, when I first started, this program, my kids could get free school lunch. We just were not in a financially stable place, and my husband was self-employed, so we just couldn't always count on a solid income. And now it's not that way. We're able to put our kids into club sports and to take a vacation. And it's just, anyways, it feels so great to be free from a job that I didn't love, working from home, raising my kids. So the fulfillment I get, and also knowing that I can work part-time from home, if we even call this work, and make a full-time income. I quadrupled my income. So that's how awesome it is. But the timing is great because people are seeking what to do. Some want to lose weight. Some just want structure. They just want non-chaos. They want a goof-proof plan, and that's exactly what this is. So,
okay, great.
Love this.
And when is that? Because that's just that window to make that money up to $4,000. Is
right. So
does it end?
So the time frame. Okay. So the $200 bonus for signing up and helping 5 people, that ends the end of this month, and then you've got the 30 days to do that. The other bonus of helping, like if you help 5 people, there's a $250 bonus to up to 25 with the 4,000. That is January 10th. So there's still like 2 weeks to earn this bonus. And I can tell you, I've done that 3 separate times and maxed out on the nearly $4,000. And it was fun. And it's, when you're helping, 5 people, you're going to make around $450 to just give you an idea. If you're supporting maybe 10, you're right around $1,000. If you're supporting around 18, that's $2,000. I mean, it just depends on what income would make a difference for someone. And it's very lucrative. There's a lot of potential to grow in the fastest growing industry too. So
right. We have a question. Janet says, this is inspiring. Awesome job, everyone. I don't have weight to lose, so I may cut out early. Well, wait a second, Janet. Realize that, yes, we can lose weight on this, but you don't have to. There are some people that just say, hey, I like helping people, and they become a coach and they benefit without having to lose weight. So
can I touch on that, Mary? Can I touch on that?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has health to gain. Some have weight to lose, but everyone has health to gain. And so like when some people, if you don't have weight to lose, but do you have a health goal? Not just you personally, but you can look at anyone around. They're always working on, becoming a better version of themselves. It gives them hope to be able to have goals to work towards. It's for part of a healthy mindset. A few coaches that I support right now have had no weight loss story. They've never needed to lose weight in their whole life. But they did want to help others because they see their family, their mom suffer, their sister suffer. They see that it is an epidemic that is taking down the world. And so they want to be part of the change. And so you yourself might just be someone that would be a great culprit to inspire others by, you know, the way that you live. And I believe that we all have a health story. It doesn't necessarily need to be about weight loss, but, you know, about Angie's cholesterol coming down. Mental health is another thing. You know, it helps a lot, and it's proven to help with your mental health. So yeah, I would invite everyone to be open to hearing the message, because it really is not a weight loss program. It is about you know, becoming that best version of yourself, finding community and your spot, and working on a healthy mindset. And it's just anyways, it's a beautiful program and an amazing business opportunity.
I agree. And it's really, really easy. I've been self-employed for years, and I never got rich. I had a lot of education, but I never got rich because I suck as a business person. I do. I just absolutely suck at it. But you don't have to do it on your own. Whoever wrote, you know, the books for dummies must work for Optavia, because they have everything totally goof-proof and simple. If someone says, "Oh, I have a pimple on my butt, what do I do?" There is somewhere a place where you can just copy and paste and tell them exactly what to do. There's like the information out there is actually in the beginning a little overwhelming, but your health coach or me or Robin or whoever will help you know what to do. And we're there. If you say, "Hey, I have a question," poor Robin, I bother her all the time. She says I don't bother, but I'm always at her because I really want to do this. And she just says, "Okay, well, here it is." And she copy and paste it to me. I can copy it, personalize it, because, you know, you don't want to be phony about it. But they give you the structure that you can adapt to what you want to do. And the education is just unbelievable. Okay, now I'm going to tell my story. I never thought I would do this, but I'm going to tell you. When I started this program, I weighed 344 pounds. Actually, 344.7 pounds. My blood sugar was 326. I should have been on insulin, but I didn't want, if I was going to die, I didn't want to prolong it. So I didn't go on insulin. But I've been taking my blood sugar. In the last 2 years, it crept up to 326. My blood pressure was high, and it was even higher than that a couple times. My heart rate was high. Well, no, actually, my heart rate wasn't that bad. My pH was normal. That I did do right. And like I said, that was 344.7. My heaviest was 375. But I lost some of that whenever I got a divorce. It took me 13 years to lose 30 pounds. 5 months, 5 months after I started this, I had lost almost 60 pounds, 59.9. Now, 8 months, and it's not 8.5 months, it's 8 months and 2 days. I have lost 84.5 pounds. My blood sugar is between 80 and 90 all the time. This morning it was 84. My blood pressure is a lot closer to normal. I'd like to bring it down a little bit more, but it's a lot closer to normal. My heart rate is even improved, although it wasn't that bad. And thank goodness my pH is starting to balance out. It did go kind of wacky there for a while. But as Robin said, I am happier. I have more energy. I used to call it a nap. I should have called it a mini sleep, because I would often sleep from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 4 in the afternoon, sometimes even till 6 o'clock in the evening, because I was exhausted. It felt like my heart didn't want to beat anymore. Now I don't need to take naps anymore. I do once in a while on Sunday because I just like taking a nap, but I don't have to take the naps. And here are my before and after pictures. I wish I had taken a picture like Robin did, and just like a bra and pants so that you could see exactly how much I lost. I've actually lost more than it looks like on these pictures. This is the first day that I started my program. If you notice, I had bigger boobs here than I had here. I look kind of like, I had Arnold Schwarzenegger where these women had extra boobs. Well, that's what I was like. I had that, and I was quite heavy. Since I didn't have the outfit that Robin had, I decided to wear the same outfit all the time. Hopefully that you could tell the difference. So this was after I had lost 59.9 pounds, and this was about 2 weeks ago. I don't have the boobs up here anymore. I only have single decker boobs. And if you look at this is how big my arms were. My arms are bigger than most people's waists. Well, now my arms are like this. Oops. So if you look, you can tell, even though it's the same outfit and I wasn't as exposed as what Robin was, I've lost a significant amount of weight. What I really like about this is I lost fat, but I didn't lose muscle. Whenever I started, someone says, oh, at our age, you don't want to go on a diet. You're going to end up looking like a prune. You get all wrinkled and stuff like that. Well, this was my before, and this is my now. I really don't think I look like a prune at all. So if you're worried, if you're older and you're worried about stuff like that, and I had a friend say, well, don't you sag? I said, yeah, I sagged when I was fat. I'm 63 and fat. You sag. So yeah, I sag a little bit. You can tell a little bit of a turkey neck going on there. But I feel so good, I don't really care. I really don't care if I end up looking like a prune. Okay, how this program works is it balances your whole life. They work on healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. Most of the time, and I've been on a diet since I was around 6 or 7 years old. My mom put me on my first diet when I was that young. I just worked with the body. I didn't work with the healthy mind. This is why this program works. The nutrition and everything makes it so that you don't have cravings anymore, keeps your blood sugar balanced so you don't get starved anymore, and it's absolutely wonderful. So well balanced. It's very scientifically balanced. But the healthy mind, like Angie and Robin both said, if you remember back, their relationship with food is different now. They're happier. They feel more confident. There was somebody, I can't remember, I think it was Jenny Craig, that used to say, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. And you know what? That's true. That's true. And if you can get your mindset into it, the sky's the limit. And then healthy finances is also very helpful. Okay, there's a couple things that I suggest that you do. First, get better pictures than I did. Because I'll never be able to show people like, wow, look at how much you've lost, because I was wearing kind of baggy clothes in the first place. Also, these two books are really helpful. We're going to go over this book starting in January together. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it through the company. It's pretty much the same price either way. And this book is of information. I'm a naturopath, and I thought, well, I know a lot of stuff about health and weight loss and stuff like that. But this is a whole new level. This is like college 202 or whatever it would be after naturopathy classes. It's amazing. And I suggest that you write your measurements and you put them in your life book or put them somewhere. I took my measurements the day before I started my diet or my program. It's not really a diet, so much more than a diet. And I lost them. And I could kick myself in the butt. I don't know where they're at. I hope someday that I'll find them. All right. The number one reason why this program is because it works so well. I have been on diets all my life, tried them all by gastric bypass. I've tried everything. Nothing else worked for me. Not like this. The average for Robin, Angie, and I is around 10 pounds a month. My daughter, however, Miss Superachiever, lost about 17 pounds a month. She's been on for over 2 months and she lost 34 pounds. So somewhere in there, if you stay with the program, is what you can expect. Another thing is Forbes has labeled it 3 times in a row, top trustworthy companies. They cite companies and see their integrity, and they have a list. And Optavia, the company that we work with, made that list 3 times, 3 separate times. So they're known for their integrity. The things that you eat are very, very convenient. One of the things I was on was something called Herbalife years ago. You had to take these really stinky vitamins, and then you had to drink this shake. And it came in a big canister, and you had to measure it out and stuff like that. Well, everything with this program is measured out already and packaged separately. So if you want to go somewhere, you can just throw a couple of them in your purse. Robin suggests that you put some in your glove compartment, or if you go to work, your locker at work or whatever, so that you always have one at hand. The coaching and the network is amazing. If Angie is the person who invited you and you say, hey, Angie, I want to do this, she will help you. If she's not sure, she will ask me or Robin, probably Robin, because Robin knows more than I do. And if Robin doesn't know, she'll ask Amber, and so on, until we have to go up to Dr. A himself, Dr. Anderson, and find the answer. We'll do it for you. So the support is amazing. Also, when my blood sugar was going down from 326 down to 84, because there's a couple places where the blood sugar dropped dramatically, and I got really hungry during those times. Most of the time, and now it's a piece of cake. I don't even get cravings or bad hunger anymore. It just doesn't happen, which is totally blows my mind. But those few times when my blood sugar dropped a lot, I'd call up Robin and say, Robin, I'm on the edge here. There's a Twinkie calling my name. And she would talk me through it and make me realize, what's that famous saying that you always say, Robin? I should know because you told me so many times. Oh, I can't hear Robin. Can you guys hear me? Please somebody put yes if you can hear me. Okay, good.
Okay, I muted. Sorry. My phone, I walked away from it. This is how technical the world is now. I have headphones, and so I couldn't find my phone. Sorry. So I like when someone, and not just you, Barry, you're not the only one, but when you are having those self-doubts, that is so important to have a why statement. Like, what does it mean to you to be healthy? And we encourage all clients to do that. And even if you're not a client, like if you use this life book that Mary talked about and kind of join our little book club we're starting, you'll also it just gives you great purpose. And so I'll remind Mary of what does this mean to you? Or remind her of her why, so that she's motivated again. Like, oh wait, I really do want this. I do want to prevent disease. I want to be here for my grandkids and my daughter and my family. So, and Mary, I don't know if I had some like a funny little thing that I shared. You'll have to remind me.
Okay, it's something about eating when you stopped eating, the satisfaction.
Oh, a craving. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, a craving will go away whether you feed it or not. In 15 minutes, your craving will go away. So, be busy, indulge yourself in something else. If you really are hungry, then you'll eat broccoli. Are you hungry? Like, are you going to eat broccoli? If it's only one thing that you want, like chocolate or that Twinkie, then that's a craving. And it doesn't always need to be a physical craving. Sometimes it's an emotional craving, like, I want a hug. Is that Twinkie going to give you a hug? No. So are you needing connection? Go chat with your daughter, Nicole. Or, what exactly are you needing? And so we've got a whole chart about that as well. I don't know if that's what I shared with you.
Well, that was
Depending on the person. Yeah.
So you'll have a coach that's there for you in your weak times. You don't have to do this alone. If you have a question, like, okay, I skipped a fueling, what do I do? You have someone you can ask. That's huge. I didn't realize how important that was. And the first month or two, I didn't contact her as much as I did around month 3 and 4, because I didn't realize how much of an asset it was to have a personal coach. They have education Zoom meetings Mondays and Wednesdays. And then if you're a coach, they have it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that you can go to. And if you don't show up, nobody comes and slaps you. But it's something that I call my AA meetings, like a support group that really helps you and inspires you. And then we have one on Thursday, and that's when we're going to do our little book club and support meeting together. Something else, when I went on the Atkins diet, my serotonin dropped, because you need a certain amount of carbohydrates to be able to release serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitters. This program has just enough. Not so much that you don't lose weight, and not so little that you can't release these neurotransmitters. They contain vitamins, minerals, and most of them contain probiotics and proteins, everything you need. And that's why after a while, I don't get the cravings anymore. I really don't get the cravings anymore. This is the big one for me. For Christmas, we always make almond cookies, the best cookies in the world. So there was 4 times that we made cookies together. 3 times. Sorry, 3 times we made cookies together. I did not even eat one crumb. And it wasn't like you had to tie me down so I didn't eat it. I could pass on it because I don't have that sugar, give me sugar mentality or need anymore. My body just doesn't really care about it anymore. The stuff is all non-genetically modified. Big, big plus for me. And it's tailored to your needs and your wants. And this is really important for me. They have a large variety. I tried Nature Sunshine's shakes. My daughter and I did. And I don't know how long it lasted, but it wasn't very long that we're like, ugh. Whenever I hear that zzz machine going, that mixer that my daughter was using, the blender, I would get nauseous. Because even though it tastes pretty good in the beginning, by 4 months, we were so sick of it, I had a hard time gagging it down. Well, this program, I've been on it for 8 months, and I have to tell you, I'm not sick of anything because they have such a wide variety. They have 27 different energy bars, 18 different shakes, 18 different things like pasta, mashed potatoes, things like that, 8 breakfast cereals. 8 breakfasts, 2 pancakes and the rest are cereal, either cooked or kind of like Cheerios. They have 5 desserts and 14 different types of chips and crackers. With this variety, you're not going to get tired of it. You can change it up. Every month I go in there and I change things around, like, I've had some of that for a while. I'll just set that aside and I'll try this. But these are some of the things that they have. Very yummy. We're not going to go through every one of these, of course. But they have really good. I love this. frosted cookie dough. Num, 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 num. Frosted cookie dough with probiotics in it. Life doesn't get better than that. S'mores. Oh, they have little Barbie size marshmallows in them. Then there's shakes. My newest love is the dark chocolate and cherry shake. It tastes like eating chocolate covered cherries. Delicious. There's things like tomato and noodle soups. Just look at this. And the pancakes, the chocolate chip pancakes, you don't even need syrup, although you can put a little bit of syrup on. They don't even really need it. I am a big crunch person. I love crunch. I don't know why, but I do. So they even have different kinds of crunchy stuff. And these are all fuelings. Sweet potatoes, breads. With a variety like this, how in the world could you get sick of it? So you don't have to do the same old at all. Everything is natural. It's gluten-free, because that's a big concern with a lot of people right now. But you can also get specialties, like nothing that has caffeine in it. You have to watch and read the ingredients, and we have, if anybody wants them, I have these cards that you can see what's in every one of them. But I'm Mormon, or Latter-day Saints, so I don't drink coffee. Well, I got a shake called the mocha shake. Since I never drink coffee, I didn't know that mocha meant coffee. But you can make sure that you avoid that. Most of them don't contain caffeine, although there's like 2 or 3 that do. If you have a shellfish or a fish allergy, you can stay away from it. If you're Jewish, you can go to the kosher. Vegetarian, peanut allergies, wheat, soy, eggs, tree nuts. They have a little bit for everybody. There's only one person that we decided it wasn't going to be easy for her to be, because she could only eat 6 things. And that's because she was a vegetarian who was allergic to milk, wheat, whey, peanuts, and eggs. So we really, I said, you might as well not do it like this, because you'll get sick of a couple things. But everyone else would be able to tailor to them. So that's what you do 5 times a day. You eat these fuelings every 2 to 3 hours. And then once a day, you eat what we call the lean and green, where you eat 5, 6, 7 ounces of protein, depending on the person, and vegetables. 3 vegetables. And you can change it up. And if you're smart and you get your daughter to join it with you, she'll make your meals for you. That's what my daughter does. I do have a question for you, though, Robin. Someone asked me yesterday, her husband might want to do it. Is it the same amount of calories for a man, a really active man, like a farmer type man, that it is for a woman? Or
That's a really good question. Okay, so yes. So the cool thing about this plan is it doesn't know if you're male or female, right? It knows science. And so the science of it is your body will get the exact perfect nutrition. So it's nutrient dense, and the calories that your body, the extra calories that it needs above the nutrients and just the nutrition that it needs, is going to be different depending on male, female. If someone weighs 300 pounds rather than 150 pounds. So your body will extract from your fat storage what it needs, the caloric number that it needs. So a male would be the exact same as a female. However, if anyone's active, not just a man or a woman, but like if they're active, there are different plans for that. So if someone has an active lifestyle, yet they want to lose weight, then there's a different plan for that. Some men that are just active, it's almost like they're working out all day, right? If they're a farmer, it's kind of like, that's kind of like an exercise. So he would just supplement with a little bit extra protein for his muscles, for muscle recovery. And those that have a higher muscle mass tend to lose weight a little quicker. So I'm thinking Nicole, your daughter is must be very muscular, because her body's very efficient. And men in general, that's why men drop quicker than women. They have more muscle mass, so they actually need more calories. Did I answer that? Did that make sense?
Yeah, but how, you just tell them to eat more protein?
So depending on what they do, so that would be a case by case. It wouldn't be straightforward, because one person's idea of hard is different than another person's. Mm-hmm. And so we would need to look at it and see. My dad is a farmer, and he did the straight up 5-in-1 without extra anything, and he dropped incredibly and protected his muscle. And he's not hauling hay every day, but he feeds his cows, right? So he lifts hay bales on the truck. But there is I've had a male client that worked for a freight company, and he was lifting boxes, loading trucks all day, and he definitely needed a different plan. So we did a 4-2 plan for him, and it gave him just more calories so that he had more energy. That's usually what the tell is, Mary, is if they're lower in energy, that they need a little bit, then they're going to need a little more.
Okay.
So yeah. Yep.
Okay, so you would start them out in a 5-in-1, and then if they notice they need a little more energy, then you would switch them to the 4-in-2.
Right, and ask them what they do for their job too. Just like if it really is stress, that.
Oh, Robin.
Sorry, a phone call came through. Can you guys hear me?
I can now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So in the beginning, everyone's hungry because you go through the detox. So I would say the 5-in-1 the first week, absolutely, and then we can, once they're kind of through the detox and into a fat burn, we can adjust.
Okay.
So it's interesting too, Barry. I don't know if you noticed this, but in the beginning, I realized that my stomach was a bottomless pit. I could never feed it enough. You can never get enough of what you didn't need in the first place. And so I was like, wow. And so I think, you got to get past that little phase of you think you're starving. And so then you realize, wow, okay, now that I can think logically, let's work this through. And I like to work out personally. And so I give myself a little extra protein post exercise. And so it would be no different from anyone that works out, or a male that works throughout the day. He may need to take some jerky with him, or he may just have one extra fueling in a day, and that will be okay. So yeah, absolutely. Good question.
Okay. All right. I see some people raise their hands for questions. I unmuted you. I think I muted everyone who asked the question. So how about somebody just go ahead and ask your question? All you have to do is unmute yourself. Or if you type it in the chat box or the question box, we can read them.
Mary, it's Angie.
Hey, Angie.
Can I just say something really quick? Just for the person that was saying, she didn't have weight to lose or whatever. I actually have 2 clients that are on the program that are not doing it for weight loss. The first client just wanted to change some of her eating habits. She felt like she was relying on takeout a lot and just wasn't eating, things that were nutrient dense. And she wanted to just get some better eating habits back in her life. And so she's doing it for that. Another client that's not doing it for weight loss is using Optavia because she's a very busy, works out of her home. She's super busy. So this is perfect because it's convenient food that is nutrient dense. Like you said, it has all these vitamins and minerals in it. It has the probiotics and the prebiotics. You can't get that anywhere else, you know, if you're out and about and you have to stop at a fast food or a takeout place or a convenience store, you're not going to get this kind of nutrition in a quick bar anywhere else. I mean, anywhere else that I know of, with the perfect amount of carbs, the perfect amount of protein, the perfect amount of calories that your body needs to sustain you for another 2 to 3 hours. So she's using it just because it's convenient. So these are perfect for, you know, busy moms and working people and just really all of us, because life is hectic and busy, right?
Right.
So, you know, it's convenient. You don't have to be meal prepping all day on the weekend just to prepare yourself for a healthy week ahead. And so my other client is doing it for that reason. So I just wanted to mention those two.
That's a very good point, because I plan on staying with it even after I lost my weight, because it is super convenient. You don't have to think. I hate thinking, and I hate preparing. I mean, I'm all by my lonesome. My daughter lives next door, but I mean, we don't eat every meal together, and I don't have to think. And there's something very good about not having to think. Okay. Are there any other questions? If you have a question, you can just unmute yourself. Because I think I unmuted everybody. I meant to anyhow. Okay, so if you're interested in losing weight this year, I want to tell you something. I believe with all my heart and everything that I am that there's nothing better out there than this. I really believe that. I'm totally convinced of it. If you want to be a coach, it is so rewarding. I love doing this. There is something really cool from taking someone saying, oh, I don't even know if I want to live anymore. And I've had a couple people tell me that, to, guess what? I lost another 10 pounds, and just being absolutely exuberant with joy. There's something very rewarding about that. So if you want to either do the protocol, or if you want to become a coach, contact one of us. This is Angie's phone number. This is her, Mrs. Angie Lingo. Oh, Mrs.AngieLingo@gmail.com. That's her phone number. Or ask the person who told you about us. They said, you know, oh, you ought to go listen to that, because they might be a coach too. Ask them. And because the really good thing is, if you get them, like it or not, you get us too, because we work with this together. We're a network of people that you can depend on, that will be pulling for you. And it's kind of contagious that we do pull for each other, you know? All right. So any other questions or any other comments? All right. Well, thank you all for coming. If you go, oh man, I wish Aunt Betsy had gone and seen this. We're going to have this again sometime in January. I'm not sure when. I will post it on my Facebook whenever when we're done with this. And they can come to that one. Or you can come again if you want to see Robin and her bra. Again, just come on and check us out. All right. Well, thank you all for coming, and we'll talk to you later.